Hey, welcome back everyone, it's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. When you're watching or playing video game like Ghost of Tsushima on your OLED C10, in this case 48-inch C10 model, I always get this question, well, what type of OLED light increase should I have? Should I blast it all the way to the maximum? Should I blast my contrast all the way to the maximum? I mean, technically you should have OLED light and your contrast set to maximum, obviously, to squeeze the full potential of the HDR. But remember, this is OLED. The HDR will look the best that it can look because this is not LCD, LED panel. This is a self-emitting, self-lighting every and each individual pixel type of technology. Okay, so what I would recommend is, if you're gonna be watching it at night or playing a video game at night, I would select the OLED light to 85, okay, and the contrast to 87, because if you're gonna be in a very dark room playing your video game, this is what I would do. I would use this preset. You guys know you can save the presets, right? For the nighttime, you can save the preset, and then for the daylight time, you can also save the preset, and you can memorize those presets, save them, and use them. You know, now during the day when everything is lit up in your living room, sure, of course, you should crank up that OLED light and contrast for HDR. But some people tell me that they're okay, even with the 85 and 87, they're okay with having 85 and 87 value here. And it doesn't bother me. I have watched this during the day. I have played this game during the day with the 85 and 87, with the 85 OLED light and 87 contrast, and it didn't bother me. So basically, it's not going to be dimmed. I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, oh, well, this is going to look dimmed. Well, if you are like in a super, like a bright arena, mansion where you got everything blasting from the sunlight, a reflection of the pool, etc., etc. But that's like the only way that it would be dimmed to you. But if you live in a house that has decent lighting and shades on the windows and whatnot, then you should be more than good. Now, what does this do? Having that 87 OLED light and I'm sorry, 85 OLED light and 87 contrast. What does this do? Well, this is gonna help you have a little bit more of a longevity on your OLED, and you want that longevity on your OLED. And if you take those measures that I showed you yesterday, power saving mode, leaving the ecosystem of power usage to medium, all of these things will help bring your OLED more longevity. And even here, you can see how bright it is. Even at the value of OLED light that I have here, which is 87, I believe. 85, I'm sorry, 85 OLED light and contrast 87. It still looks great. It still looks great. I would leave it like this. I swear to God, I would leave it like this. You're still gonna experience HDR. It's not like you're not gonna see HDR. What else you should do? Here's what else you should do. Keep the energy saving at the medium. I already talked about this. Go to additional settings, Actually, not the additional settings, I'm sorry. Go to the advanced controls and turn the dynamic contrast off. You know, this is something you don't need because you already have the best possible contrast ratio. Dynamic contrast, it's only something that works well with LCD LED backlit, but with a OLED technology you have the best contrast ratio. Okay. Dynamic tone mapping, I would select the HGIG. It just looks better with the HGIG. HGIG really brings that nice smooth quality of HDR highlights, and I would just keep it on HGIG. Let's see what else. The white balance, keep it at medium, man. This is something I always get asked about, the white balance, and should I mess around with the method points, point 2, point high, red, green. Listen, even with a professional calibrating equipment, even the professional calibrators, they don't like messing around with this, because sometimes computer and the software can not read it correctly, and then you can have a screwed up temperature of color. The best thing to do is keep it at medium, man. For video games, keep it at medium. Yellow, it's really for movies. Cold, it's for the sports. Medium, it's just perfect for video games. And what else is that I should have mentioned here? Trying to remember. All of this other crap, turn this off, guys. Noise reduction, turn it off. All of this should be turned off. All of this crap, you don't need this. And I think I covered the general stuff here. Additional settings, let me see. Power saving mode, it's already on the power saving mode. Right here, turn this on, leave it on. Power saving mode, leave it there. And like I said, leave that OLED light at 85 and contrast at 87. It doesn't bother me. As you can clearly see, it's not like I'm missing anything. It's not like I'm missing the detail of HDR. Listen, I'm trying to help you out here. I know you guys are worried about this potential static imagery burn-in. You know, static imagery could be anything that's paused, like this character being paused like this, and if I keep him like this for 48 hours, 58 hours, whatever, with full blast of OLED light contrast and everything turned off as far as the power saving, yeah, it's gonna happen, but that's because you're forcing it. All right, it's gonna happen because you're forcing it. But if you take some of these measures that I have taken, I still have my E8, man. It still works. It still works. I still am watching that TV since 2018. I put about 2,000 hours. I think I'm at 2,000 plus hours on that TV, and it still works. I mean, well, there you go. I mean, if that's not the proof, then I don't know what else do you want. But remember, it depends on how you take care of it. It's like how you take care of yourself, how you take care of your body, you know, how you take care of your health. Same thing with your car, how you take care of your car, how you take care of your house. Is your house, you know, like a big shack full of hoarding and stuff and boxes piled on top of each other, right? So it's like anything else, all right? But I just want you to know one more thing before I end this video. This notion, this ridiculous idea that all of a sudden, as soon as you purchase your OLED, that after 6 hours of watching a, let's say, ESPN or FX1 or Sky Sports or whatever, if you're watching these channels that have these tapes down below letting you know about certain scores and on certain sports and whatnot, if you think you're gonna get that immediate static imagery burn in, then I feel sorry for you that you believe that kind of crap. Yes, it could happen if you're forcing it, but the only way that happens if you purposely force it for like 3 days, 4 days, non-stop. Okay? If you follow these procedures, if you follow these tips that I'm giving you, if you listen to me, if you don't go and listen to those other, individuals who are just doing it for the sake of the money and controversy, then it's on you. Then it's on you. Okay, this is my 5th OLED. Again, my 5th OLED. You are more than welcome to check my 5,000 videos. Type in my name with the OLED. Associate my name with the OLED, and you'll see how many OLEDs I have been through. Okay, so once again, I hope this helps. And before I leave, let me show you one more time. This is what I'm using right here. As far as the HDR, guys, you're not gonna sacrifice the HDR quality. Okay? I know there's gonna be some idiots out there typing biblical paragraphs of proportions, chapters of whatever on the comment section telling me that, oh, you're gonna sacrifice your HDR. Listen, don't listen to that crap. Those are the trolls. Those are the idiots. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They have 0 subscribers. They have 0 nothing. They have nothing. They just type on the keyboard. I don't type on the keyboard. I show my face in front of the camera, and I also show you the television that was gifted to me by LG. If I am such a dud that doesn't know what I'm talking about, do you really think LG would have given me this TV? Do you think other people would have talked about me? Listen, I have no benefit in telling you that this will not work. Of course it works. I use it. If it's good for me, believe me, it's going to be good for you too. All right? So I'm just here trying to help you guys out. And the only way you're going to understand this, and I want to say one more thing before I end this video. The only way that you're going to understand this, it's not by just watching. I can make gigatrillions of these videos. It doesn't really matter. But the only way you're going to understand this is if you purchase this TV and you bring it home and then you watch my videos, you take these settings that I have put on here. That's the only way that you're going to understand what I'm talking about. And I said this to my friend Derek, and every single person who has purchased an OLED, it's speaking highly about it. And some of them have used my settings and they said they like it. They don't see any issues, any problems. Okay, I'm not in business here to put you into some kind of misdirection. Okay, I don't do that. I'm just here to tell you honest truth. Okay, so I hope that these settings helps, and I'll see you guys later. Okay.